But let me first begin, Mr. Secretary, with the Eastern Interior Resource Management Plan. As you know, this came down in the last few days of the Obama administration. And one of those plans in particular, this is the 40-mile district, turned a management regime that had worked for decades, just literally turned it on its head. In addition, we've got our placer gold miners in the 40-mile district that have had some real trouble working out standards for revegetation. And this has been really quite problematic. So the question for you this morning is whether or not we have any administrative, administrative options to address some of the very valid concerns that exist with regards to this 40-mile plan. If you're willing to work with us to help restore balance to that plan, and then specific to the revegetation standards, if we can find a solution to help our miners out in that area.
Well, thank you for that question. And restoring trust and being a good partner is what Interior should be. The government should not be an adversary. And it's been clear across the states that some policies have been not willing to be developed where you listen to the local populations. I did have the Deputy Secretary and our ASL up there talking to the 40-mile miners. There are some administrative procedures we can do. We're looking at streamlining it. Reclamation and mining, as a geologist, the fair proposition is if you're going to develop on federal land, there needs to be a reclamation plan to make sure it's returned to as good or better condition than what you found it. There are a number of advanced technologies in reclamation that we need to incorporate into our regulatory framework to ensure that happens. Oftentimes, our regulations do not take into account innovation. They don't take into account science or best practices. So when a regulatory framework becomes punitive on an industry and the local population views it as targeting, then there's a breach of trust. So we are aware of it, and we look forward to working with you and the good folks up there to make sure we have a path forward.